I am Emma, and today we will bring you the animated version of the Three Little Pigs. If you enjoy these stories, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more magical tales. Are you ready to dive into the magic? Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who lived happily with their mother in a cozy little cottage. But as they grew older, their mother told them it was time for them to set out into the world and make their own way.
My dear children, you are grown now and must each build a home of your own. But be wise and careful, for the world is full of dangers, and the big bad wolf is always lurking.
The three little pigs hugged their mother goodbye and set off on their journey. As they walked down the road, they talked about their plans. The first little pig, who loved to play more than he liked to work, said,
I will build a house quickly so I can spend my days having fun. I think straw will be the easiest to use.
The second little pig, who was a bit more hardworking but still wanted to finish quickly, said,
I will build mine out of sticks. It will be stronger than straw, but won't take too long to build.
The third little pig, the wisest of them all, thought carefully.
I want my house to be strong enough to keep me safe. It will take more time and effort, but I will build it from bricks.
And so the three little pigs parted ways, each determined to build their home in their own way. The first little pig, eager to finish quickly and enjoy his time playing, gathered bundles of straw and hastily built his house. It was a simple structure, light and easy to construct, and in no time, he was done. Pleased with his work, he settled down to rest, feeling quite content, until he heard the heavy footsteps of the big bad wolf approaching.
Little pig, let me come in,
The wolf called.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin-chin,
Replied the little pig.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in,
Growled the wolf. The wolf took a deep breath and blew with all his might. The straw house collapsed instantly, and the little pig ran as fast as he could to his brother's house. The second little pig, eager to finish his home quickly, gathered a pile of sticks and built a small house. It was sturdier than the straw house, but still not very strong. Just as he was admiring his work, his brother came running, out of breath and frightened. Before they could even catch their breath, the big bad wolf appeared once more.
Now little pigs, let me come in,
The wolf demanded.
not by the hair on our chinny chin-chins.
The two pigs shouted.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
The wolf roared. He huffed and puffed, and the stick house came crashing down. The two little pigs squealed in fright and ran as fast as their legs could carry them to their older brother's house. Their little hearts pounded as they dashed through the woods, hearing the wolf's heavy footsteps behind them. The third little pig, being both wise and hardworking, had carefully built his house using sturdy bricks. He had spent days ensuring that every brick was securely in place, making the house solid and strong. When his frightened brothers arrived, he quickly let them inside, bolting the door behind them to keep them safe from the big bad wolf. The wolf's eyes gleamed with hunger as he licked his lips, ready to feast on the foolish little pigs. Soon, the big bad wolf arrived and knocked on the door.
Little pigs, let me come in,
He called.
Not by the hair on our chinny chin-chins.
The three pigs replied together.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in.
The wolf bellowed. The wolf took a deep breath and blew with all his might. But no matter how hard he huffed and puffed, the brick house stood firm. He tried again and again, but the house would not fall. Furious and desperate, the wolf decided to trick the pigs.
Little pigs, I know where there's a fine field of turnips.
he said sweetly.
Shall I take you there tomorrow morning?
But the clever third pig replied,
Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Where is this field?
At Farmer Brown's garden. I'll come by at 6 in the morning to take you there.
The wise little pig got up at 5, gathered turnips, and was back home before the wolf arrived. The wolf was furious. Then the wolf tried again.
Little pig, I know where there's a great apple tree,
He said.
Shall I take you there tomorrow?
Where is it?
Asked the pig.
In the orchard beyond the hill. I'll come by at 5 in the morning.
But the little pig woke up at 4, gathered apples, and was back home before the wolf appeared. The wolf was angrier than ever. Determined to catch the pigs, the wolf finally said,
Little pig, there's a fair tomorrow. Shall we go together?
The pig agreed, but he went early before the wolf arrived. At the fair, he bought a butter churn. On his way home, he saw the wolf coming up the hill. Quickly, he jumped into the churn and rolled down the hill. Seeing the strange rolling object, the wolf got so frightened that he ran away. Furious and humiliated, the wolf paced around the house trying to think of a way to get inside. Then he spotted the chimney and hatched a plan.
If I can't blow the house down, I'll sneak in through the top.
He thought with a wicked grin, but the wise little pig had been keeping an eye on the wolf. He quickly stoked the fire and placed a large pot of water over it to boil. Just as the wolf clambered onto the roof and squeezed himself down the chimney, the scalding steam rose to meet him.
Yow!
The wolf howled as he tumbled straight into the bubbling pot. With a desperate leap, he scrambled out and dashed into the woods, howling in pain and humiliation. From that day on, he never dared to bother the 3 little pigs again. The first 2 pigs, grateful for their brother's wisdom and bravery, promised to work as hard as he had. They all lived together in the strong brick house, safe and happy, knowing that careful planning and effort always triumph over laziness and tricks.